What up? What's happening?
Not much. What's up?
I'll tell you what's up. I'm tired of being cold. That's what's up.
Man,
This weather,
yes,
man, is something.
it
Huh?
is not
Just,
nice.
it's not at all.
I got all the stuff I want to try and run and test, and I can't do it.
Can't do a thing. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm trying to adjust here a little bit.
Do it. Adjust.
Adjust. How's everybody doing? I see Chris is busy printing out one of the fancy dancy blazers.
Nice.
Yeah, that's about it. I don't have a whole lot. I got some more filament finally today. So
I got some. I haven't done anything with it. I got some the other day, and then I got some more, but I haven't really done much.
got some
I'm
more.
holding out, but I got some bead locks, and my SEX 30 is not here yet. It should be tomorrow. Well, they didn't ship till yesterday.
Oh, okay. I know last week you said that you were waiting on to get there.
The dates get pushed back a little bit, so it was maybe supposed to ship out originally Friday or something, but it didn't till yesterday.
Which one did you get again?
K10.
Yeah,
It's
the
already out of
best.
stock.
That's the best one, man. If you're gonna get one for sure.
Yeah, little truck. Why not? Kirk, what
Yeah.
up? Ready, set, film. What up? Dad.
I noticed Joe down in Florida, Exo Cage. He did a video on it, and he was like XTX 30. Why? And you know how you and I talk about, like, we're more to 110 scale guys, and he was asking that ultimate question of, what's the real hype of these things? And he went to some indoor course and ran it, and he's like, you know what, maybe I need to join the guys, on the night that they actually do the competition, the course, and just see what, if it's really, what it's about.
That's what it boils down to, I think, for some. And it's the same way with airplanes, where you look at something small. If you're new and you look at something small and you assume it's easy, so it's accessible.
Yep.
Now, with planes, it doesn't take long to learn that bigger flies better. And with those little crawlers, you could spend enough money that you might as well have big ones.
Right. Exactly.
But so I don't know. I mean, the community of it all is always something to consider, no matter what the thing is.
For sure.
So I don't know. I think the 30s are super accessible. I think it's easy to make a course in your house, just like the 24s and the 18th scale. Typically, the small stuff's not for me, but I also am such a fan of the hobby. There's things that happen that puts a dot on the timeline of, the wave of innovation of RC we all ride that sometimes I don't want to miss. So
sure.
I've had the 24s, it's not my jam, but I kind of want to see what this 30 is about. And I don't expect that I'm going to go crazy or go that way, but I wouldn't mind selling bodies.
You got to keep your options open.
They'd be easy to print off a few at a time.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like we've talked about in the past, of tilting those things and getting the fidelity of the print smoother. That'd be those and the 24s would be perfect for that on our size printers.
One shot, not needing to glue stuff.
Yeah, how fun would that be?
That's a neat idea.
Yeah, there's something about that. In the comments on his video, I did notice what you were talking there. It was like one guy said, we grew up with stompers. And I was like, yep, we sure did. And
That's right.
those things are like,
They're
those are
that size.
stompers.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And we used to play with stompers. How cool were they? You could change the tires and yeah, they were
And
fun.
those things, I mean, you just turned them on and they went. That there wasn't anything else you could do.
Right. With a
You
big
know,
old honking double A in them, about the size of what they were. What's happening, everybody? Yeah, so I'll be curious to see how that little K10 runs for you. And quite frankly, I watched SBC's or SBG's video on the new Kaio show, that KC10 or whatever it was.
yeah, there's a couple new releases I'm looking to talk about. Yeah, I'd want to work that out ahead of time. Meet you, stuff like that, kind of first. Yeah, dude, that Kaio show looks fantastic.
It does. It
And I
really
watched
does.
RC Driver's video on it, and it looks good. It looks real good. What is it? A LC60?
Yeah.
It
Yep.
looks fantastic. I think it's about $500. And Kyosho's been around, but I think the last time they tried to do a crawler, it was a long time ago. So, like, this is what I'd say a new foray into the 10 scale market, which at least Kyosho thinks is worthy of getting into.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it makes sense. And Relarlo, so Nuremberg Toy Fair is going on right now. So Relarlo dropped a Unimog that's like, I think 1/7, or it's big.
Yep.
So my only thing is I wish it was a more older school Unimog. I like the rounded edges, not the boxy stuff. But
That's surprising. You're kind of more of the boxy kind of guy. I'm surprised you said that.
no,
I'm surprised, man.
no way. No way.
Yeah.
Look at a new Unimog and then look at a rounded one and tell me what looks better.
Oh,
The roundy stuff looks way better than the hard lines.
yeah, I agree with you. I just would have figured that you would have been more inclined to pop and look more towards the squared off box version.
I like the older stuff, and it's that the boxy stuff is the newer designs on the Unimog. And so, yeah, I like the roundy stuff. I've actually been working on this one again. I got to make a bed for it.
It's always fun to dust off something you've left sit behind for a while.
Well, yeah, can't go outside and do anything.
No, brother, I stopped completely on that Tacoma because it's just, yeah, I got sanding to do on it. I'm not doing it down in the basement and getting all that Bondo dust and the sanding dust of the primer and everything all over the place. I'm not doing it.
I don't think I'm going to finish this one at all. And I got the rear fenders on now, and a couple windows in, like on the the doors. I set some of the screws. I got the steering wheel in there. I know what I want to do for the bed. I'm going to make it look like the bed on my buddy's real one.
Dude, that thing is sweet.
Dude, the 2.2s are perfect on this. This is a TRX 4. And what's interesting is when I first, just the other night, I got the arches on the rear and it was way off. I'm like, so all of a sudden my mind goes to, all right, man, I got to get links and stretch it out and all this and that. And then I was like, wait a minute. I probably just put the shock towers on backwards.
Oh.
In the back. I 3D printed off these shock towers because the ones that come with the 2021 Bronco that this was originally were not the same. So I had to 3D print some bumper brackets and new shock towers and stuff like that to work this out. But now once I flip the shock towers on the rear, I line up the way I want on the arches. And dude, the 2.2s fill it perfect.
Yeah, they fit perfect.
Smaller tires look goofy on this.
It looks good. Looks real good.
It's going to be all right, man. But I don't think I'm going to do any paint on it. I keep thinking about it. But just like you said, like, where do we do it this time of year?
Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere right now. I mean, it's what, 4 degrees, 5 degrees outside?
I'm not doing it in the garage or outside. And I'm working hard enough on this bathroom right now that just a little bit wrenching is enough. Like, I got some new bead locks. I did all the little tiny screws and stuff last night. Took me forever.
Oh, all the way around the outer ring?
Which is only cosmetic anyway.
Yep.
I mean, you got to have it, but it's you don't have to do it after the fact is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, these tires can be on and then you just do the back few screws. So these are like my other ones, except these are a deep dish version. Yeah. There's a lot more sidewall inside to offset these.
Are those the turbines? The ones like Kirk and I have been running? Because they're Enjoras.
Yeah, but they're not the turbines.
Okay. They kind of look like the turbines from what I saw there.
They're not.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you might be able to get a good look at how much black there is. Look at how deep those are before they.
They're probably the same ones I got on my FJ now. Look like it. Yep.
Well, check this out. So see how deep those are?
Yeah.
Okay. Now look at these. Same tire, not near as deep.
Yep. Yeah. What's the offset on those rims? 10.5 or 11 millimeter?
I don't know, man. I just Amazoned them.
Yeah. I think these are I think I got the exact same rims that I just had bought not long ago for the FJ. Because I bought another set of the same tires I got on the Megalodon and put them on the FJ. And I definitely like them. With those deep dish on there, they kind of stick out like I like.
I've got a pair of Patagonias on rims I don't like that I'm going to put on these. So I just don't like these rims that much.
Oh.
So yeah. I'm changing out so I'll have a set of Patagonias on these kind of modern ones. Yep. And then a set of Patagonias on white deep dish.
Nice.
And I'll be happy.
Yep. The 5-spoke deep dish?
Like
the old school?
It's 8.
Oh, okay. I know which ones you're talking about. The ones that are on your bug. Okay. Yep.
Sway bar.
I'm trying to think where you got sway bar on it now?
Bro, I put it on last night.
And what do you think? I mean, just messing with it, you think it's going to make a big difference for you with those other shocks?
100%.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it adds to the stabilization on the roll.
Yeah. And I noticed a huge difference with my number 1 pre-runner, my Ford full-size body. Dude, that thing, it holds way better now.
I put a ton of preload on it. So I think these are going to be all right now.
Nice.
The sway bar Bro, I'll give you the link. It was an Amazon sway bar, and it's perfect.
Oh, so it's not the element.
No, check this
Gotcha.
out. I'll show you. You got to drill, but it's worth it. So
Kirk says, "Love the sway bar." Yeah, I swear by him. I'm
bro,
glad.
it's a cheap one too. I mean, I don't think it was a lot. So it's going. I kept all the bumper and bumper mount and everything back here.
Dude, that thing is beef cake. Right on.
So
are those arms aluminum, Ryan?
yeah.
Nice.
And so what's neat is now you've got 3 hole positions right here. And because of the connecting rod, I had to go in a hole or I would have been into my body mount.
Yep, gotcha. Yeah, man. Those look good.
Dude, they fit good. They come with a bunch of nylon bushing so you can space it out just right. So you can see the bumper mounts on here.
Yep.
And you've got the screw that would hold this bumper cross member, right?
Correct. Yep.
Behind that, after that, is that locator pin.
Yep.
So there's a hole in the chassis.
Yep.
And a nub on the plastic.
Yep.
So I just opened that up and drilled through there.
And used the nub for your threads.
Perfect location.
Right.
I didn't have to, so the bolt's still there, and the nub that was the locator is now threaded through with this. And I got enough nylon on here to space it out away. And then because you're not using the shock mounts on the axles anymore, that's where you mount these rods. And it's perfect.
Yeah, no, I like it. Yeah, you'll have to send me a link to that. I like that. But yeah, I've got I don't need it anymore now unless I do another pre-runner.
I'm gonna buy another one of those sway bar kits.
Yeah, never know when they're gonna go extinct. Like I was those
my second one up here that's gonna need it.
Oh, yep. Yeah, because I got sway bars on all 3 of mine now. But I was looking the other day back for the marker lights that I put on the Blazer, those side markers.
Yes.
That have the chrome bezel and everything, and they're small rectangle. I found when I bought those back a year and a half ago, and on Amazon they're unavailable. I'm like, son of a buck.
I want you to send me the link to the roof, the bar you got.
Oh, the one that's on my Megalodon?
Yes.
Okay.
Because this one you can't really find anymore. The axle one is like out of stock or something.
Yeah. Yep.
But yours that Megalodon one looks clean.
It is, the way they did it and hid the wires between the individual lights. It's definitely clean. You got one, you got 2, you got your power and your negative going right down through the roof, and that's it. It's all you see.
I had a ton of wiring to clean up on this.
Yeah, those things they can be a mess to clean.
And I did a good job, or it'd look way worse. But then I've got all of those are wrapped up inside. Yeah, it looks like a bar, like a roll bar.
Heck yeah. What's up, Mike Bird? So Chris, man, you're looking for some stuff to buy. Come on up, man. You can buy anything you want. Ryan and I'll sell you all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, man. I'd move a couple base camps. I'm still there's some kits I want. I want that Vanquish Classic.
Man, you are definitely on a Vanquish kick, man.
They're good kits. I mean, I built the Phoenix, but I want straight axle. And those classics are nice. Clipless body, and it's a Scout, bro. I mean, it's a Scout.
Yeah.
The bumpers on them, though, they are perfect. Have you seen those?
Yes, I have.
The front and back bumper on that body are just so compact and perfect.
Yep, very clean.
It doesn't make it look crazy, though. It's just right.
Yep. Yeah,
absolutely. Those are good rigs.
Yeah. Heck yeah. So, hey, I downloaded some files the other day off of Thingiverse. I just came across them by accident, and it's for like an '80s Toyota pickup truck, a Hilux.
Ooh.
So I was like, "Free me up, let me have it." So I downloaded it, and I've been working those files out. And I'm like, you know what? That would be a really good pre-runner body.
That'd be a good anything body.
Yeah. So I've been working out those files and just getting them ready to print. I'm gonna print one off when I get done with this. I got 2 chunks left to do with the Blazer. It's back running again now that I got some filament, and I'm gonna do one more. It takes 4 rolls of filament to do one of these Blazer bodies. So I'm gonna print another Blazer body off after I get done with these last 2 chunks. So it'll take me a week and a half to get that done. Then I'm gonna jump on. I'm gonna do one of these Hilux Toyotas for the pre-runner and just see how it comes out and see what it looks like. But I'm kind of wondering about an SCX6 of one of those.
Yes. And I think it'd be fun. I mean, honestly, at this point, I want to do everything SCX 30, especially like a one-shot deal, like a Hilux should be. But I got that Lexan Morvair body, but I've been thinking about getting 3D print files for the Morvair and doing it that way instead. Because while I'm waiting on this Corvair to happen, I wouldn't mind having a Morvair on a 6 or a 10 scale or a 30 scale.
Right. Print one out for the 30. It's small. It won't take long. See how it comes out.
Toe shifter. Yeah, dude. My Phoenix Portal was the first kit I built. It's got all the things, the digs, the overdrives, my first patina, my first Lexan paint job, my first kit build. I'm an airplane guy, man. This is my first kit build.
You and me both, man.
I'll sell it because I just want another one. I got the incision lights and all that. It's good.
Dude, that body looks really good.
This one and my CJ7 are the Coyote now. But as far as the scale ones, this one and the CJ7 are my best performers.
Yeah, that thing there does good.
It does.
Yeah.
What's up, Dwayne?
What's up, Dwayne?
I hate the idea of getting rid of this, but it's like I kind of want to do the IJ thing. And to take off all the things that makes this fit with a Phoenix, it's one of those things where it's like once you take them apart, now you just got a body that won't fit on anything else.
Yeah. Yep.
In the way.
Exactly. Yep.
So
I completely understand what you're saying there, Ryan.
This is a $1,200 rig that I can't get someone to pop for $400 for.
It's got everything.
Bro, it's brushless. It's Spectrum brushless, ESC.
Does that have dig on it? I forget.
It's got dig and 2 different overdrives.
That's right. Yep. I knew it had some trick stuff on it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
And right now it's got BFGs. And I actually really like those Rock Shooter Pro Line B-locks on the cheap, but still looking good. They got like a metal face, but the rest of it's plastic. It's
they fit that truck, I mean, they fit.
I have these on a bunch of them though. I have like probably 3 sets of these beadlocks. But that truck looks right on, dude.
Put a for sale sign on it.
I always do.
Drive it around town, man. See you around town with the for sale sign on it.
But yeah, man, I'm wanting to see some more media on that Unimog, and I watched RC Driver's video on the it was the production sample of that Toyota Kyosho,
Yeah.
It looks good, and it's got provisions for dig and second gear like built in it. It's one of those things like just add a servo.
Yeah, it's a pre-production, right? Like what Matt
His was, so I don't
like
know how
Matt
they're
had.
going to come for real. But even his had the provisions for that stuff. You just had to add the servos.
Yeah, Matt was kind of going over some of the small detail things in his video, which I think he did a great job reviewing that
He did an unboxing. I missed it,
of
but I wanted to see it.
of really what they said as far as what wasn't production, and it was very minimal. It was like, oh, we got one of the decals that isn't in the right spot, and so on. There was a couple small things.
I saw Greg mention that RC driver, and you couldn't even tell the decal was off. So,
Right.
I mean, they're trying to hit it good. Trill is good stuff.
It is.
I sold it, but I had a Gen 8 Red Cat that I had all the Trill brass on it. I actually too much. It was heavy.
That thing was a chunky monk.
Bro. But it was actually really good, though. It did great at Kirk's house. It has done well everywhere it's at. My one gripe on the Gen 8 was there are two. I'm a little bit a rivet counter when it comes to straight axles. So it comes with portals. Okay, fine. But I didn't like the sound of the transmission. Which is a goofy thing not to like, but I didn't.
That's like the transfer gearbox on these FJ40s. I went back and watched the video when I kind of pulled Sean out of the sand with my winch on the front of this. It was like click, 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 and I'm like, man, shut up. And you remember that? You had kind of the same thing, and you took it apart and packed that thing full of grease, and I wound up doing the same thing to mine.
The FMS one?
Yeah, and it's quiet as can be now.
I don't remember taking any of the transfer cases apart yet on these.
I thought you did, and you packed something full of grease. I thought it was a transfer gearbox, but I did that to mine, and it's been quiet ever since. But it sounded like it was gonna be like Chernobyl at some point. It was bad. It was bad.
I think mine's all right. But
if even if Kyosho throws 450 or 500 at that truck, it looks like it's worth it for for an RTR.
I think so, man. Their bodies always look really good, and they're like clipless now too. The only thing that truck seems to miss is like rock rails.
Yeah, but did you see they smoothed it out on the bottom, like what your Coyote is?
Yeah, and they also have I think it's the link mounts or something is like weirdly lower than the chassis rails. Just like the depth of a chassis rail. Like it's a little weird, the breakover angle.
It is, yeah. Definitely a little bit weird. It's a little low. The only thing that's going for it is your links are coming right straight into the plate, skid plate. So at least you can have a chance of easier breakover. But yeah, it is, the geometry of it's a little bit different.
It's low. Because all these other mounts are in between the ladder frame, and this one, it's like it's almost like an afterthought.
Yeah.
It's below, but they're doing that to accommodate keeping the transmission and motor as low as they can is what I would imagine that is about.
Without an interior. Right?
Yeah.
What's up, Ty? Yeah, usually when you're going for low like that, you're center of gravity, but also on RTR like that, it'd be nice if they had an interior in that.
Yes.
Especially with the clear windows.
And I'm not mad at him though, because I want it, of course. But you do get interior, you get your wheel wells, your inner fenders, and a lot of stuff, lights, and we'll see whatever kind of provisions they give you for the second gear or whatnot. But apparently it's there. You just gotta like kind of turn it on. So
Yeah.
you had to
Yep.
pick one over the other. I'd rather have second gear than dig all day. But sometimes just throw in another servo and have the whole world.
Well, it's kind of set up just like what the 10-3 is, the Rubicon, and with that transmission that I've got in the Megalodon, take the spacer out, open it up, actuate it, put the servo in, and have your first and second gear if you want it. Lights or extra does not come with lights. Yeah, I did see that. Yep. Which, on a trail rig, it is nice to have. If you're just out trailing, it's nice to have the lights.
And that's the thing, like if that's a scale looking rig, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's not crazy that like on a scale rig, I don't expect to have an angle for the breakover on the skid. I don't even want it.
Right.
It's fine. It's a
Exactly.
little weird that one's low, but it's not like it's telling you it's a coyote. It's not like it's telling you, it's a comp rig. But you know how it is. We like making them do what we can get them to.
Right. Exactly. Again, you got trail trucks and you've got rock crawlers and you got a different platform for everything that you want to go do. And that's why when we go out crawling, Ryan, it's like dude, our cars are full of cars.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we just don't really know exactly what we're going to get into. Or if we go to Bonnie, if we go to the Ville, it's going to be, it's going to be all out rock crawling, right? But there's some nice trails there too for the sixes. So just all depends. What's up, Jeff? How's it going?
And if you take the right trail rig, it can get along. It just kind of, it depends. Like my CJ7 would do 10,000 times better if it didn't have a big stinger bumper hanging off, looking like it's waiting for a winch.
Look at what happened with Kirk with his 10-3. He took that stinger bumper off and changed
Different
up his
animal.
stuff, and it turned into an all out animal that did
Different animal completely.
really well on those great big rocks at Bonnie.
I'm going to get me some Trepidors for 10 scale. I guarantee it.
Dude, what I need to do is figure out one of my chassis that I got laying around here that will like my 2.2 Mickey Thompson tires that I got that are brand new, never been ran. They're down in the basement in the cabinet, and I'm like,
Enjoyer's got 2.2 rims.
yeah, I got rims. I got Enjoyer rims on them. They're ready to go. It's just I don't really have anything right now body wise in 1/10 that's gonna like those 2.2s, because those Mickeys they're bigger than the majority of your 2.2s.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I had on your old
Deadbolt.
Yes. And it worked well on there, but I don't have anything now.
That was a fun transformation. It was cool to put it up against the Coyote. Dude, now that the Coyote has not run since it's got the brushless in it now. I got the brushless and the dig that I have not been able to run yet on the Coyote. It's on a good radio. It's got the dig. It's got extra overdrive. It's got the stock Trepidors, but it's got brass. It's dialed. It is dialed, and it has not been able to run yet. But like for me, the only thing that 2.2s work on is the Guillemot that comes with them.
Right. Or that
big, heavy Traxxas.
Yeah, man. The Unismog. Gotta love it.
Dude, the bed's going to be dope when I make it.
So are you planning on 3D printing the bed, or are you gonna make it out of wood, or what is your dad's buddy's truck? What's the bed? Is it wood?
Well, I don't know what the bed floor is, but I know what the side walls are. And I'll show you. I'll send them over right now. I think it'll be easy to do.
Right on.
Whether I print it or make it.
I think it would. A slotted, just a regular wood bed on that would look cool.
Wait, when you see these the
like
sides, though, you'll know what I'm talking about.
how you did the planks for the battery boxes on, was
I
it your
think for the
Ford?
floor, that'll be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd look really good. And put some stain on it and then put some clear coat on it to seal it. I think it'd look really cool.
But honestly, even if I did it the same material as I'm getting ready to try to show you, metal, bro, this thing has these neat little dimples down the side and the back, and there's a couple, like you can tell that the bed sides fold down. And I really would like to get rims like this. Hold on a minute and I'll show you.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, don't let me sleep on the Timber X conversation. Give me a minute, Ty. Let's see.
The Timber X. I love it that Ty got deep into flying now. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's pretty cool. Did I see that there's is it the EC-130 that they relaunched with retractable gear now?
The what?
The cargo plane.
That must be Hobby King or something. But there it is.
Okay. So yeah, the bed would be cool out of wood planks. But yeah, so those sidewalls, we're gonna have to do some we have to do some fabrication to print those sidewalls out.
They fold down.
Right. Yeah, so
Yeah, man.
see, my wheels are spinning over here. When you show me that, it's like, dude, we can take multiple things from other buys that we got and replicate that pretty easily.
What do we have with a bed like that? Nothing. But what's neat is the way this is, there's no cutouts really necessary. I can make it full bottom.
I got to think about that for a bit, Ryan, because the tail door, does it have like oblong, like oval indents in there?
Yes.
Okay, that's easy enough.
Down the side as well with those hold downs too. Those hold down hooks and loops.
Yeah, are those actually like protruding out a little bit, or are they in? It looks like they're almost like it's almost like it's reversed.
They look like they're in on the back.
They're in on the back, but it looks like they're almost the sidewalls. It looks like they protrude out, almost like it's opposite for the sidewalls is what it is for the back tail door.
It looks that way. It almost looks like
Yeah,
someone tried to pound them out.
a little bit here and
Like
there.
this was this was a farm truck or something.
No, that's cool.
I think it used to carry a tank of water. So it's got this one in particular has even a beefier suspension than normal. But he's got big super swampers on there, dude. I mean, that's a real rig. That's crazy.
Looks
And
good.
whenever I visit him, it's parked in his living room. Dude lives in a downtown building in Muncie.
It's parked in his living room.
He's an artist, man. So he's always had he's always been in buildings.
That's awesome.
When I was a little kid, him and my dad were roommates at Ball State going to the art program. And so I've known him forever, but yeah, he's always had buildings. And it was the first time I ever knew you didn't have to live in a house is when I'd see he had these buildings always, just huge rooms, super tall ceilings. He'd got big paintings going on and whatever else he wanted, parking side, whatever.
Heck yeah.
And that's what got me into property in the first place, really, was this dude. The Enigma,
Yes.
Jeff Crowder.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. But he
Yeah,
restored this. This was a piece of garbage when he got it. He fixed this thing up. And he's not even a car guy, man. But yeah, I'm like, why not? I'll make this one. And you can see why I'm talking like, look at the rounded edges. I should show you the front of this.
The back tailgate of this Land Rover, we could almost work something out with that.
Yeah, stretch it
Maybe.
out, make it longer, do the
Yeah.
sides. I don't have to be exactly, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that's kind of what I'm going for.
It's kind of got the rails obviously across the top and but I with the software I could work this out and make it look just like that. Just off top of my head thinking.
Do it, brother.
Dude, we've got files that we can work with to make that happen.
I was just going to start from scratch and throw shapes on shapes.
I'm almost wondering about, sorry, I'm just looking, thinking.
Let me send the front end to us.
What about the stock, the back tailgate on the Chevy, the 54? What does it look like?
I'll show you. I got one in my hand. Hold on. It's not gonna.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
No.
I just looked. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. I think this Land Rover pickup truck. Yeah, that's pretty slick.
See the rounded edges? That's to me what a Unimog should be.
Yeah, I mean that's what you got.
Square stuff. So mine, I about just dumped coffee on the computer. Mine is I mean, mine is really right on like Jeff's. Except the front window, which I haven't done yet, is not split. But so what?
And you got the cutout for just above the bumper there on the driver's side.
Yeah.
What is that for PTO shaft or something? Or
yeah, I guarantee it.
Yeah. So you got that already. So really all you need some matte green.
That's the Chevy.
Yeah, I looked at mine, it ain't gonna work. But this tailgate that's on the Land Rover pickup truck, that's probably the closest option that we've got at this point to work it out for the sides.
Show me that again. The Land Rover tailgate or whatever.
We can work that out.
That could work.
Because you can fill in all those voids in that.
Yeah, but if I'm doing that, check it out. Why wouldn't I just make it and then just put square tubes where I want them?
Well, you can. Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking, how could we use something that we've already got and then just rework it? But yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, I kind of want the flatter profile. I don't really want to have to fill all those lines or whatever. But I mean, I was just thinking flat bits and square tubes.
Yeah.
And glue them together. Or put them together. Whatever. And then the shapes, those little dimple shapes, I thought, man, if I could just make something that size out of metal, I just heat it up and press it in. But I mean, I'd much rather print it. But yeah,
you know what would work for that, Ryan? Small little tack nails that have the dome heads on them. Just cut them down. Just cut off the end of the nail and just heat them up and then press them right in. So yeah, so that C130, when I was asking about the EC130, yep, it is from Avios, 1600 millimeter. It looks pretty nice. It's got the drop down cargo door. It's got retracts on it. Looks pretty slick. Just saying.
Nice.
As I happened to see it on Brian's page before we got cranked up here and going.
I didn't see the video, but I saw that. Yeah, it wasn't E-Flight.
Yeah, it was Brian Phillips' video that I happened to just come across, and I'm like, oh, what's this?
E-Flight doesn't usually go backwards. So how many times have they re-released something and it's very similar? The tech inside and the paint will change. That may be all.
Well, and it was kind of weird because I saw the retracts, and I'm like, oh, did E-Flight take it to the next level and go
No,
retracts?
no, because we still have non-suspension struts on the Carbon ZT28,
True.
right?
Yep. Bouncity bounce.
Yes. I've met Brian a couple times in real life, and we talk on the phone sometimes. And we interviewed him on this show within this last year. Him and Megan were on. So yeah, I know Brian.
Hey, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna go refill.
Okay. So I'll go Han Solo for a minute. Yeah, one of these days we'll figure it out, man. Honestly, I just go on. I'm a busy guy, bro. I would want to meet you first. I did a thing back in the day where I would just surprise somebody and have them on, and then they would come on and be absolutely the worst for TV. And so I won't do it anymore. Cuz then it's like, oh shoot, I should have just not. So, yeah, man, maybe we'll see. I don't really do a lot of that at all. You guys got to see that new Kyo show, dude. Let's see if I can find it. KC10. We're going to turn it down, so no copyright business. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Antmo, the shocks on the yellow bug, I've got a sway bar on it and some cheap wouldn't recommend to an enemy reservoir shocks from Amazon. It doesn't matter how many O-rings they put on them, it's a joke. They leak. Let's see. They leak. All right, let's run this in the background a minute.
You know, Ryan, I wonder if you could print out some of those rims for that Unimog.
Dude, I guarantee I could.
That you know that would look legit.
The faces, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The faces, cause I don't even care if they're fake.
Right.
Just because as long as there's real beadlocks underneath, they'll hold up.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, this truck has got, I really like the looks of this.
Dude, I gotta invite you is what it is. I'm sorry, man, but it's getting weird almost. I gotta invite you. I'm not doing that right now. I'm just not. Sorry. It's not me. It's not you, it's me.
So somebody said during Matt's broadcast of going over this truck,
Yeah.
somebody said, man, it looks like SVG tan. So he grabbed that high dollar Vanquish behind him and pulled it over and held it up, and he's like, "It's spot on. It
That-
is spot on."
wow, that's crazy. I
Yeah,
think these tires are not quite 475s.
yeah, they're too small for that rig.
They look too small for that rig.
I know Matt put some different ones on his, and it shorted up perfectly. I don't know if he would have used, but it was the standard
Some some 475s.
4.75s or something, right?
Um, but this looks really good. And if there's no interior, at least it's got tinted windows, right?
Dude, I love that feature right there. That's cool that they made that front end quick release and then it
Yes.
stands right up, easy access in for the battery. It's a slick setup.
It really is.
It's a
Look
well
at
done.
that bracing.
So it's a well done thing.
It looks like you could jam some rock lights in there too. With the way the inner fenders have the slits.
Yeah, I mean they're set up for rock lights. Yeah.
Look how low profile the shock tower stuff is on the inner fenders.
Yeah, it's sweet.
And apparently you've got some options for where you put the battery, I believe.
At this point, it's like they're coming after the FMS LC80 with this, minus the lights.
Yeah, dude, that whole lineup of the newer FMS rigs.
Yep.
Yeah. Because this and the FMS rigs are very reminiscent of TRX 4s, but this really looks way more unique than that. The FMS rigs definitely look like they had a TRX 4 on the bench when they were designing theirs, and this looks not the same.
I'm digging how compact and tight the tranny is on that. Love it.
Yes. And it's a little funny that skid, but otherwise, and he'll show it, I think, here in a minute. But it looks good.
That chassis would be perfect for a nice 3D printed body. When I see this, it's like take that body off and print something out with it full interior, because you can work it out with that. It's low enough,
Yeah.
The shock towers, like you said, everything's down low, and it would be a perfect chassis for a nice 3D printed 1/10 scale. Although it's a little bigger than the 1/10.
Look at that skid. Oh, look at that.
Dude. Yeah.
Bro, someone's going to design a new way for that.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
Yep. Short up.
But straight axle, thank goodness.
What's up, Victor? And some people are saying the bumper's too obtrusive, but I'll tell you, I actually don't mind it. I like it. And if you want to get rid of something, you can get rid of that brush guard that's on the top of that bumper and clean it up a little bit. But for the most part, it's a smooth looking design.
I saw a comment on Facebook. Somebody said, chassis mounted servo, I'm out. And I'm just like, bro, you were already out. If you want an axle mounted servo, then you're driving different stuff. That's compy. Yep. You know what I mean? This is a scale rig that's going to do some stuff.
Yeah.
I don't love the diff.
I like the tire design.
It's not bad. They just look small, but yeah. They kind of got axle extensions on it already. Do you see how fat those hexes were?
Yeah, I think Matt said they were like 375. They're like 3/8 or something. They're pretty wide. I'm good with that. I'm down with it.
It's fine. They must need it for those tires.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think with bigger tires, that's less of a concern.
I don't know, bro. I think it's a nice rig, man.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah. Do you know when they're supposed to launch this thing?
I don't know. Some influencers got them already, and they're just, talking about it at the toy fair. So you would think it'd be any minute now, but I don't think it's on their website yet.
Yeah, Mike Bird, you're right, man. The wheels are definitely too small.
But everything looks beef.
What would those wheels and tires fit on of yours? Because
Which
those are like what, 382s or something? 392s
what ones?
that are on this truck stock. Do
They're
you have any
probably 419s.
do you have anything that those would fit on? Don't you have something that you've got smaller tires on?
My Land Rover and my dad's trimmer's truck and my 10 scale Travelall.
So yeah, you know what? Those tires would probably look really
There's the
killer.
second gear deal.
Okay. Yep.
See that?
Yep. There it is.
It's a solid looking mechanism too.
It looks a lot like the same mechanism that I just did a video on for the 10.3 to remove that spacer.
That transmission there reminds me of the 10.3s with the forward mounted trans.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in the Rubicon.
In the 10.3 you did, yeah.
Yep. Well, and that's the same transmission you got in the CJ.
That's right.
Yep.
The Bronco had it too.
Bro, when I bought that kit and started putting that thing together and I got to the transmission part of it, I wanted to pull my hair out. There's so much in building that transmission up. There's so many working parts in there.
I really like the base camp transmissions. They're pretty easy especially after 4 or 5 of them.
Oh yeah.
But they're pretty easy. I've never torn apart what you're talking about. I like those rims, except they're too bloody shiny.
Right. Yeah, you got to dirty them up.
And those tires, I think, are really hard. So, like, you got a scale basher. That's exactly what needs to run those tires. Nothing fancy here.
Right. Standard old phones.
Nice looking rig, dude. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I like Toyotas.
Absolutely.
I like how he takes things apart for us.
Yeah, Matt did the same thing. I think props to Matt for sure. I mean, these guys both did a good job reviewing this thing. But I watched all of Matt's video, and he did a really good job at taking.
I think the sticker right there, they showed it. I think the only problem was it's too far back. It's not crooked. It's just too far back.
Yeah, there's something minuscule about that sticker that they were worried about, but whatever. Who cares?
Seriously.
But yeah, those rims are way, way, way too shiny.
Too shiny, and those arches are a little big for those tires.
Yeah.
But not by.
Although, you know what? That flex right there, that tire went nicely up into that wheel well.
He was impressed with how this performed. I watched this last night.
Yeah, man. It's a cool looking little rig.
It probably is the same radio for the phaser, like nothing fancy.
Yeah, I think it's a standard older radio that they've always used. So Matt showed the radio just for a split second and looked at it and it's like, yep, same thing as what they always use. But, how many RTR radios do we have laying around that we will never touch again? I've got like 8 or 9 of them.
Gosh, dude. FMS Power Systems, I got a few, bro.
Same.
Brush I got a few.
Dude, same.
This thing's running Spectrum now.
Yeah, I don't have anything to stock power anymore.
These are all on good radio now.
Bro, I jumped on Thingiverse the other day and I'm like, somebody out there's got to have a thumb wheel that'll fit this radio link of mine. Dude, found it right away, printed it out, stuck it on there, works perfect. Because that's one thing that I've been like, I need a thumb wheel for this thing. So I printed one out for me, put it on. I was like, I liked it so much I printed another one for Kirk because he's got that one now.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, but they work really well. yeah, man, getting a little bit of snow action in there. Bro, I took my snowmobile out the other day
Yeah.
and ripped it. Dude, that thing is an animal with the 1800, even with the 1800 in there. And I wound up breaking one of the tie rods on the steering arm. So, which is no big deal. So I brought it back in next morning. I put it back together, but it's a ripper. That thing, we once it warms up a little bit, we got to get out because I'm itching to get out on the trail. I'll bring that with me the next time we go.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those lately with all the snow, and they look like they get down.
This thing shits and gets, bro. Gets after it.
I don't see that front bumper being a huge problem, and whatever it's doing,
Dude, it's tucked up nicely, you know. It's not too big, it's not too obtrusive. I think it fits the part really well.
may hang down a little, but it's protecting the body too. So what?
Yeah.
You know, this is the kind of thing where it's like just kind of like the planes, where I'm like, it's always nice to see another player in the game, if you ask me. And so I would say, you know, guys who like the Beechcraft and wonder why they don't make any more golden age aviation stuff like it, well, no one bought it. That's why. So if you like this, you know, they're listening to the money we spend, not our voices on Facebook.
Right.
For the most part, right?
Yep. The other big concern that people had when I watched Matt's video was they were worried about the mirrors and where their placement is. And it looks like they're kind of like a TP, you know, like a TPU or whatever. They look like they're pretty flexible and fairly soft. But you know, when you put something out there like that on that hood, it's going to be the first thing that gets caught on something.
Well, he mentioned he tweaked one of them in this video, and it didn't break it.
Yeah, Matt, he took one of them and bent it pretty far over, and it bounced right back. So it looks like it's pretty durable.
The one thing I'll say I've noticed watching this is, yeah, I think those tires are small, but I've noticed they actually fold up in the body.
Right.
Like the body is not the bump stop here, like it can be on.
Yeah, that's why I was commenting a little bit ago on that video. I saw him go over something, and that rear left tire, it went right up into the wheel well. Really nice.
It like in it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's like they planned that out, man, just right. Obviously.
And I think as long as your offset was okay, the regular 475s would do the same.
Correct.
But it's a price worth paying, though. Like, so what? Like, I really don't care if my wheel, it depends what rig I'm making, but I don't really care if my wheel hits the body. I just don't want to hear it chatter like crazy.
Yeah. There's something about even the 3D printed bodies, I can't stand hearing them rub against the wheels.
To me, it's the when you can, it's obvious the lugs are like chirping it. Like,
yep.
A little rub doesn't bother me, but if it's obnoxious, then I'm like, all right.
Yep.
But if I'm turning at 50 miles an hour and it does it, I'm not mad either.
Right. Toe shifter, yeah. He said, my concern would be Kyosho using the thicker axle shafts, so you can't fit a normal 12 millimeter hex and wider wheel tire.
Oh, yeah. Like Vanquish?
Yeah.
Vanquish uses an oddball nut size and axle also. You know, like I remember having trouble with the Phoenix trying to do anything other than stock because it's like, I think it's an 8 millimeter nut instead of a 7 or something like that. And let's see, I actually have it. My regular rigs use a 7 millimeter nut driver, and I think it's an 8 on the. Yep, it's an 8 on the Vanquish, and the axle also is bigger.
Yep.
But that's what drills are for, dude.
Yep.
I've drilled out a ton of stuff so I could work. And every now and then when I do axle extensions, if it's the kind that has the captive on the other side. Then I got to drill it out. Yeah, that just needs slightly bigger tires, and it's epic.
Yeah, dude, it's a killer body. It did a nice job on that.
Totally. Is nice.
Yep. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna pause it. Yep, just a little bigger, man, because it looks pretty sweet.
What's up, Pete? How's it going, man? Yeah,
Dude,
Pete says I like it.
I like it too. Yeah, man. I think it's locked diffs, but I don't know for sure. It looks like this thing may have provisions for a dig and 2-speed, but I gotta assume the diffs are locked, but I could be wrong.
I think it's time somebody buys one, put some different rear end and front gears in, and we
put Toyota
put a 3300 kV system in it. And let's go fast, Pete.
I'd be happy with it as it is, dude. Honestly, my FMS LC80 is stupid fast now. With the 2300 in it.
Oh, I'm sure that thing was fast with the stock brush motor in it.
It's faster. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's fast in low gear, and it's stupid. I'm going to break something in second gear.
Hey, man, it survived that crash down the hill at France Park. He'll survive about anything.
I'm so glad I got a drag brake on it now, but I still need to get into the diffs and see if I can shim him. There's that play in it that drives me nuts. But whatever. I don't know where that slop is. But it's like I'm not changing the axles on it yet.
Has anyone got the new 4S Fusion?
I do not.
Nope. I'm a Fusion lover, but I do not have that.
I'm so happy with the 1800s, dude.
Dude, the 1800s are great. Such a good motor all the way around. Have you driven that Helaman with the 1800 in there at all?
I think maybe like just out in front of the house real quick.
How did it act? Fine?
Honestly, I don't think I have driven it. I drove it after actually with the stock equipment, I got in there and programmed the drag brake to make it not suck. And I drove it enough to test that. And I have not driven it since I put the brushless in it.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, totally toe shifter. I get it. With us doing this locked diff thing with the pre-runners and putting a bunch of power in them, yeah, I completely get what you're saying and agree. You're just it's appetite for destruction.
But we're living on that line anyway. It's fine.
We do it on purpose.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's go fast.
We've all got bashers and had bashers, but there's something about making these work as go fast is kind of neat. I mean, my 2-wheel drive 10.3 base camp twin I-beam 10.3, I got 38 out of that thing. And I don't need it. 25 is enough.
Yeah, between 25 and 28 seems to be our sweet spot.
For what it is?
Yeah.
99 RC cars on the wall. I wish.
Fun. Nice.
And the line just fine. Absolutely.
Crossing the line just fine. You got it.
Where's Pete?
Oh, Pete's probably watching somewhere over in the next county.
He was just in here.
The Unimogger.
This is perfect way for me to have an excuse for using this Traxxas portal. The TRX4. This is the only one I kept. The 2021 Bronco setup.
What motor's in that?
What it comes with. Bro, this is staying Traxxas.
Okay.
You know why? Because it's already programmed to the remote, 2-speed, locking, unlocking diffs. This one, all I'm going to do is get an adapter to run my batteries on the Traxxas plug. That's
Gotcha.
it. Oh,
Gotcha.
Pete, this is the body I'm gonna make. The bed. This was a screw together kit off of somewhere. I bought it forever ago, and I just started getting back on it actually. But 2.2s on a TRX4, they fit the arches perfect, dude.
See, my problem is I would want that on a 6.
Well, I wanted to see how it worked here, but look, dude, look at the 2.2s in the arch. Come on.
What are those tires?
Patagonia 2.2s.
Okay, they're Pats. Gotcha.
You know me, G.
Yep, you're a Pat guy. Through and through.
I don't like the bead locks, though. I don't think they're going to hold up. It does look done almost. I got to decide if I want to do lights, and I need to do the front and the back windows, but I got the door side windows in. It's got a full interior. And you can have a steering wheel work if you wanted to.
That's crazy.
It comes with the gear work and stuff to do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not even going to paint this one, I don't think.
Hey, next time we get with Pete, I got to take and scan his face. So we can have Pete Holly as the drivers.
Bro, I want you to scan the interior bits on the SCX 30 that make them click to the shock towers, so we can have a file that we just insert where it needs to be for the bodies I want to print.
Easy enough.
Just add it to the print.
If I remember how to use that stinking scanner. The last time I used that scanner was when we scanned that bumper for your big SCX6 tremors.
Oh, yeah.
That's the last time that thing's been out of the case. I'll have to retrain myself on how to use it, or try to learn how to use it.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like that day.
Dude,
was happening.
It's finicky.
There's a learning curve, I guess.
Totally. Yep.
But yeah, I had to buy like an Amazon Phillips screw kit, and I need to get some magnets and then decide if I want to do the lights or not. And the battery can go wherever I decide I want it. I'll probably put it under the bed.
Dude, we're going to start talking about food again. Thanks, Toe Shifter. Tater tot casserole, I'm in.
That's the number one way to ruin tater tots right there.
Nah.
Yes, my wife makes it. I'm like, don't.
Is that with cream? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Cream mushroom soup and smothered.
Everything is with cream of mushroom soup, bro.
Dude, come on, tater tot casserole. Hey, by the way, my 3-pound meatloaf last week was fire.
Guess what I had tonight? It might as well have been ratatouille, bro. So
ratatouille.
Every now and then, not very often, is there a meal that I can have that is a time machine. I had meatloaf, green beans, and baked potatoes. Mashed potatoes. Like I was saying last week, is like one of my favorite all-time meals that mom made.
Heck yeah.
Bro.
Did you use the zesty crackers?
No, my wife uses oatmeal, but
I was going to say, did she use the oatmeal?
Yeah, she does, and it's fine. Mom's was better, but whatever. But I'm sitting there doing what I always did. I mix it up together. And bro, I was in a time machine. I went right back to that house. I went right back to that table, bro.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it rocked my ass, bro. It rocked. It rocked me. So yeah, it was a good one. I like it. That was a good one.
So not to get back on our.
No, it is so crazy that certain smells outside, seasons change and things, they'll take you somewhere, and a meal can do it. A song can do it. It's cool.
It is
My
cool.
kid thought I was upset. I'm like, no, man, I'm good.
Dude, bro. Oh,
There's some stuff that it's just it's delicious, but looking at it is kind
it
of like
doesn't, does it?
its own experience.
Oh my gosh. It's
You can't hardly go
amazing.
wrong with bacon. I
Nope.
mean,
It just adds that flavor to it. It's good stuff. Hey, did you see Pete put a comment out there? Yeah, there it is. I
I,
think I've seen pictures of it.
I don't think I have. Maybe I have.
I think I've seen
It may
pictures.
be one of those things that's so ugly I put it out of my mind. Like,
I like my meatloaf.
yeah, your meatloaf looks like something from the Upside Down.
It's an upside down cake.
Dude, me and my kid are always on a show. So we're doing Stranger Things right now. We're done with The Office and we did X-Files and blah, blah. So we're doing Stranger Things from scratch, from the beginning.
Oh,
And then when we're all done, we'll
sounds
watch
fun.
the new season,
Heck
which I
yeah.
think is the last season. So anyway, no spoilers. But anyway, so the Upside Down, right? Like you'll wonder why is this dude always joking about The Office? That show's like old. Well, because we just watched it.
Yeah.
And the Upside Down now is a part of my, existence again a little bit. That I'm about ready to start laying tile over there, which is cool.
Nice. So
Way
you're nearing the end of your
I'm nearing the beginning.
project.
That's what's crazy, dude. It's like all this work you got to do before you can start the work, right? So I had to do all this work and demo and put back and underlayment and blah blah blah,
Right.
electrical, plumbing, carpentry, drywall, before I can start being the tile guy. But all the backer boards up, it's all laid out, niches are in, everything's pretty much ready. The drain's done, I've roughed in the plumbing, it's all there ready. So I got to transfer some lines for the layout, and then I got to slope the floor to the drain, and then I can start rocking the tile. And when I'm done tiling and grouting the shower, I get to tile the floor and the rest of the bathroom.
What do you use to slope the floor?
There's some different compounds. I'm going to use. You don't really want to use concrete because the gravel in it. So you're going to use something like a thin set mortar. I'm using what was recommended. So there's different kinds of mortar. And if you're going on top of anything, you can use regular thin set mortar when you're going on a backer board and you're setting tile. But if you're going on a pre-existing floor, that could be vinyl or linoleum or other ceramic tile, you need to use an acrylic modified thin set mortar. So on top of the rubber membrane, that's the shower pan, I'm using the acrylic modified, more adhesive, a little more sticky mortar to make my slope.
Gotcha.
And then I'll use that same mortar because half the bathroom is old tile. This is on a slab. And I had to bring the floor up anyway to meet the half of the bathroom tile to get it even. And it just doesn't make sense to remove all the old tile that's down on a slab. It's that juice is not worth the squeeze. So
Right.
if you were to chip it all off, you got to do it perfect so you can put your new tile on or your new underlayment and then tile on. And it's like, it's already perfect. Leave it. We'll just go on top of it. We're only losing not even a quarter inch for keeping it.
Right.
So
Yep.
that's
Makes
what
sense.
I'm doing. And I've done it before. You just have to use the right mortar.
Mm-hmm. I've been tempted to tear into my shower and just redo it and go tile. but I've never done one before. So,
As long as here's the deal. You will, as good as you plan it out, you don't know what you really are working with until you've got the old stuff out.
until you got it. Yep, exactly.
And
Yep.
with me, I've always benefited from being the everything guy. Where like some jobs I've been on where there's multiple crews or companies doing aspects of a job. I did a lot of work on some of the buildings downtown, and there was a handful of different subcontractors sometimes. So you've got the opportunity for there to be a lack of communication. But with me, I'm the demo guy, I'm the design guy, I'm the Tyler guy, I'm the everything dude.
You're the general contractor.
So after I blow it out and I'm putting it back from the mind frame of the guy who's doing the finish work.
Right.
So
Yep.
everything falls where it needs to. Like I know these are 6 by 18-inch tile with an 1/8-inch spacer. So I know up 3 feet, okay, that means there's 5, you don't have a spacer on the bottom. So you got 5/8 of an inch that you got to add to that 3 feet to be where the grout joint would be.
Yep.
Details that most people just work around, but you don't have to. So I put this niche in where it's going to fall perfect on the grout joints. And the shelf in it is perfect with the layout around it. It's going to just be this seamless, everything just jives, bro. And that's
Sweet.
fun. Yeah, dude.
Sweet.
I spend the time on the noodling part, and then when it comes to tiling, I have way less cuts to do. And then the artifact, when it's finished, looks better longer. Dude, my dad knows. I was working for the subcontractor that did his rehab on an old historic home in Muncie, and we put a niche in that one too. Niche with arches and everything, man. It was intense.
Nice.
And the contractor said to center the layout. Well, the niche wasn't centered because sometimes you put things in for visual, not center. So if it's a visual element, you're going to look through the archway door too, and it's also an archway, but it's a niche. Don't you want it in line with that? Yes, is the answer.
Right.
And so when you're doing the tile layout, what matters more? That arbitrarily the tile layout is centered just for your elementary brain? Or do you center it on that visual element so the cuts on both sides of that visual element are congruent?
Yeah. Yep.
The latter seems to be correct. Who cares if it's off a little bit in the corner if the visual
Right is correct.
artistic element that you made all this fuss about putting in, you want it right. So that's what you do. So I went in there on the weekend and undid everything he told me to do on that wall to do it right.
Wow.
It already had tile on it.
It's the focal point.
I took that shit off and redid it.
Nice.
Right.
Nice. That sounds like a great time. Fantastic. So what was, oh, Francis, I'm sorry to hear that. You got snow.
No, we're going regular. We're going regular. I could have though, but they didn't want it.
Dude,
it's gonna be nice. I'll take pictures. Subway tile. It's dope. It's gonna be nice.
Subway tile. Heck yeah, we want to see finished product. Dude, did you see Francis? You got snow out there out west.
What?
Hey, Francis, you know what? Enjoy it. It has snowed every day for I don't know how many days around here, to the point that I'm surprised that Ryan hasn't had to put a new set of tires on his F86 Snow Star.
Here's the deal. if you drive on the driveway and pack it down,
You're done.
the snow, I'm not taking the snow star out.
You're done. You'll rip that thing in half.
If it's fresh and it can drag over the concrete unobstructed all day long. But yeah, it's been here and coming and going and melting and heaving and thawing, it feels like a few weeks now.
Dude, it hasn't been above 12 degrees in the last week.
Dude, I'm cutting this backer board outside after work in the dark. I'm still cold from yesterday. And dude, I got to the end where I'm cutting the backer board for the little steps. So instead of like full sheet stuff, it's like 6 inches by 55 or 3.5 inches by 31. All this little tiny stuff. And it's like, it's obnoxious to cut that material because you're not using a blade like you would on drywall. You gotta cut it.
Right.
So I've got a concrete saw blade basically on a circular.
Yep.
And I gotta screw the board down to the sawhorses so I can hold it still enough to cut this crap. Because no one's gonna come outside and hold it down for me. It's nothing degrees.
Brian Chambers, he's got it down. Cutting backer board after dark sounds like a good show. Let's go.
Here's the funny part. Anybody's ever experienced that stuff knows it's heavy. Well, there's a new stuff out that's same dimensionally, but it's like, dude, they're 3x5 instead of 4x8, the backer board. But they're heavy. I get the 1/2 inch stuff when I need structure and the 1/4 inch when it's just an underlayment. Like on the slab, the 1/4 inch is all I need. But for the structure, I go half. It's heavy, but they have this new stuff that's 1/2 inch, costs $10 more a sheet, but you could spin it on your finger like a basketball. It weighs absolutely nothing.
So it's composite.
I don't know what it is,
It's
but
it's
apparently
composite. And
I feel so dumb now because apparently it cuts with a knife. It doesn't weigh. It's less
nothing.
than half.
Right, and it's waterproof,
But I
mold-proof.
wanted to save $90, so for someone else. So
You went heavy.
I bought what I knew. Yeah, and I'm like, son of a gun, dude. I could have been cutting that stuff with a freaking drywall knife.
They're actually now starting to use a lot of composite on the roofs of RVs and composite flooring in the slide out rooms and to be able to get away from the moisture problem. Even and high humidity. You think about, I'm in the RV business, guys, and it's like, where are all these going? And they're going to the south, they're going to the southwest. A lot of places that are super high humidity, and they need to start doing some changes on these things to withstand the humidity better.
Yeah.
So, that's why they're going composite. So what you're talking about makes sense. I mean, everybody's going to go to that.
Yeah, it still seemed like it's weird because it's like it still seemed like it was made out of the same stuff. But
Yep.
but I wanted to go with what I knew, and it's heavier and I flexed it and I thought my original stuff I feel like is a little stronger, and this 1/2 inch stuff is going on stud walls. It's not like it's going on top of a structure already.
Yep.
So I'm like, let me just go as strong as I can and
Yep. I don't blame you.
suffer.
But you know what? You use what you know and what you trust in.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. High humidity places, stuff gets heavy. Yep. So much biological headaches.
all of the biological headaches.
Yep. Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So I'm officially back to 3D printing now. So in another, hopefully by Saturday, I should have. I've actually, on my first big blazer body, I've got the doghouse, the whole front section. I do have Bondo on it. I
Nice.
did put some Bondo on. And so I'm just kind of waiting until it gets to be like 25 or 26, 27 degrees outside so I can go do a light sand on it.
You should try the fuzzy setting if you have it. I want to see what it does to the lines.
I do have that. The problem is it just slows everything down so much.
Does it? Well, I hate that then already.
I mean, these chunks that I'm doing on these blazers, I mean, they're 18, between 16 and 22 hours a chunk. There's 8 of them. So
I can't believe how much work these printers do for how little maintenance they need.
I put a little, I clean off around the head unit that slides on the rails. I'll clean off the residual, grease and just wipe down the rails every, 25, 30 hours of use. And then just put just a thin, clear, nice coating of fresh grease on just to try and help keep things moving. But yeah, you're right. They just run and run and run.
Dude, Bamboo literally tells me when I need to do that.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Good for them.
And that's when I do it. It is
Nice.
Go Board. That is right. That is what it's called. I forgot, but that's right.
That's right, Francis. The crap gets deep, bro.
But yeah, the only thing I printed lately was those Lozi, lacing jigs for the wheels on the Pro Moto. And I did print off new door cards for the Unimog. And I put them on already. I had gray ones already, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to paint this rig probably. So I got black door cards.
Sweet.
I got an extra one.
It works.
Yeah. And man, screw them on. It's awesome.
Anytime you can print stuff off that you're just going to put on like that and you don't have to worry about painting it, the better off you are. That's why I told Chris the other day, I messaged him and I'm like, bro, when you go to put this blazer together after I work these files all out, I'm like, put the front doghouse halves together. You're gonna have to do some sanding just because of the fidelity of the print and the way I got things laid out. But then the next 2 sections is your dash and your windshield frame and all that. I'm like, put those together before you put them together. Take and paint the door cards, then put them together, paint your dash and get it where you want it. And then put the rest of it together and tape everything off after it dries so you can just paint the rest of it. So he's like, I'll figure it out. I'm like, just telling you, man, I've put a couple of these together and it's a process, man.
It is. Yeah, bro. So look at the stock nozzle. I would order it from Bamboo. I would look at the stock nozzles for the P1S. Watch a video or 2 on YouTube. You can totally do it.
Oh yeah.
I've done it. I've changed the nozzle and taken the gear extruder apart, like all kinds of stuff. And it'll remind you of messing with RC, dude. It's easy. Just get the right nozzle and plug it in. And you could take out the old one if it's still in there to see what it had so you can match specs because it's going to be a 0.2 or a 0.4 nozzle probably.
Yep.
But I would get the specific right one for the P1S from Bamboo.
Hey, do those unscrew? Do those nozzles unscrew out on yours?
No, they screw in and you pull out the whole unit.
Oh wow, okay.
And there's a little heat element that's spring clipped to it.
So on mine, you can just take the wrench and break the nozzle loose and just unscrew it out to put a new one in on the Crealities.
That's what she said.
Go down the rabbit hole, dude. Heck yeah. Jump in, let's go.
It's crazy. I mean, you and I, Kelly, take it for granted in a way, I think now, because we've been at it for 5 minutes.
No.
But bro, like, how much of the stuff in here, like, you can't buy it. A 69 Ford, I can't buy that. This Unimog, I can't buy that. The Willys wagon, the Land Rover, the Trimmers truck, the 64 Travelall, the 54 Chevy, the Scout. I can't buy it.
Right. The snowmobiles.
The snowmobile.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Brian, if you want to have a fun project, go buy those files and put that together. That's a fun project. If you're into the snow thing.
Ryan Chambers? Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know you ain't talking to me. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not talking to you, man. I'm talking to Brian. Whoa, Black Betty.
The next screw together 3D project I'm doing is going to be that IJ, or there's a kind of a Baja bug I keep seeing on Facebook from some 3D place. And it looks kind of neat, but it doesn't look like it can hold up to the abuse I want to give it. But bro, those IJs look sick. They have a kit. I would have already bought an IJ kit if the dude would have answered my question. So I'm on Thingiverse and I'm looking at the IJs, and it's not super clear what I need to get.
You imagine.
Wherever it was.
Something you imagine, I think.
Okay, same difference. But there's like the body kit, and then there's like a conversion kit for a few different rigs now. So they actually have the 10.3.
Oh.
Because I was thinking I had to have a VS410 for this. I got so many base camp chassis right now. I'm like, fine, 10.3. And so it said, message me here because this app interface is weird. I don't get the messages or something. So I asked them, nice stuff, looks great. I've always been wanting to do one of these. It looks like all I need is this and this to do your IJ on a 10.3 base camp chassis. Basically, please confirm. Well, confirm, brother, so I can buy it. He never answered me. So, I didn't do it yet.
Huh?
I'm not going to drop $60 hoping it's right. So, because it's like,
you know what, Ryan? That's the whole beauty of this whole thing we're doing. Just buy the damn files and work it out.
Why? If somebody already worked it out, though, it's already worked out for a TRX4, a Vanquish VS410, a VRD, a 10.3. All he's got to do is answer yes.
Maybe you get all those five for $60. I would think
they're separate. All of them. It's a la carte, dude. You gotta get what you gotta get.
That's crazy.
You get the body kit, and then you get the conversion kit for the chassis you have.
Nice.
For like another $10 or $15. But it's like, I want to get the right one, man. All you gotta do is tell me yes.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I'm right in my assumption. But it's like, you basically invite us to message you here on this app somewhere else. It was either Instagram or Facebook Messenger or something instead of Umagine or wherever it was.
Yeah.
And because I'm kind of stoked to see it for the 10.3. Because honestly, if I get a Vanquish kit now, since the Classic's been released, if I get a VS410 Classic, that's what it's going to be. I'm not going to put it on IJ.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Not with those bumpers that are so slick and the body, it's clipless now.
Yeah. And
the inner fenders and all that stuff that is just works. I'm stoked to find out it goes on a 10.3 because I'm sitting on an extra chassis or two.
Until Chris comes and starts buying stuff.
I stretched that one back out that I was thinking about making short.
Is that the one you still have 4-wheel drive?
That's this one.
Oh, okay.
This is the spare parts one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So
Crickets. I can't keep up with you over there, man.
Yeah. Bug base camp, 4-wheel drive pre-runner base camp. This Scout is a base camp. The Land Rover down here is a base camp, and that is a base camp.
Jeez.
I bought these rims suck, but they'll be okay when I dirty them up. They're too shiny. But
yeah, they are.
But they were cheap. I got them at yeah, right, Pete. I couldn't stand peanut butter patina, so I had to put that door on it. I did the same door trick I did in my big Ford. Yeah, dude. And I've got alcohol on it and weathered it. It needed it. It needed something. So, but yeah, these are those other tires that I said I had that would be good for a pre-runner that I never had it. See the tread?
Oh yeah, those would be good.
These are old school. These actually I bought a long time ago, the rubber, to have the most street pedestrian regular basic bitch pickup truck I could have.
Jeez.
So
dude, they got a solid edge to them, at least what it looks like.
But they're kind of skinny, they're kind of pedestrian.
I bet if you run those on the sand, those things are you're gonna flip, roll, and bash and crash like crazy.
I only mounted them up because I had these rims, and I wanted something on this chassis.
Right on.
But I don't know if I'll use them for anything really. But I could pre-runner them.
But you know, it doesn't take long to change tires, as we all know. So when we go out pre-running, I'm gonna take like 3 or 4 sets of tires with me when we go out ripping these things next time. I want to see it. I want to try different tires, different sets, different things, and see what works.
I've run the Proline pre-runner dedicated tires, the Mickey Thompson old school Bajas, which kind of suck, and Patagonias, which were awesome.
Yeah.
And pretty soon I'll run Patagonia. So the Patagonias on the Lightning Bug are pretty soft, but the other set I'm getting ready to mount up to these is dual stage foams, and they're stiffer. They're the ones that were on the CJ.
Gotcha.
So I'll run 2 sets of Pats, and then I still have like I say, the basic tread on those new Pro lines.
Yep. That's what Pete was running on his silver Ford.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, those are those Proline Rock Shooter beadlocks. They look good.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
For kind of cheap.
Bro, it's
in the back.
It's just like these tires that I got on my FJ. That's another brand new set of tires I bought for this that are on my Megalodon, and I absolutely love these tires on the sand.
Yeah,
they hold well.
I could mount these up on something. These are those Endura Amazons.
Those mud crawler tires. Yep.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good.
So I have those on my number one, my number one pre-runner. And Kirk ran that when we were down at France Park that last time, and he was like, dude, these things run great. I think he put them on his green and black pre-runner.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So they do well.
But yeah, dude, I'm saying this can be IJ now.
Yeah.
And then I'll save up and give plasma so I can get the Vanquish.
Jeez. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh. I hate to tell you, but I'm about ready to split because I'm getting hungry. I haven't ate nothing yet today or tonight.
Bro, I had my ratatouille meatloaf, brother. Time machine.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it in 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
I was hoping to
Yeah.
have my little SCX 30 already for tonight, but it didn't happen.
Now you gotta get busy and start making yourself use some of the extra mortar mix and make yourself an indoor track.
I don't think I'll do that. I definitely could though, dude. I could. I'll have enough stuff left over, but it's like what a mess. And I don't really want to be the little guy, the little car guy, but I thought about making a little road as a shelf that would went in front of these. So like if you film the little ones, you're always pimping your collection at the same time.
Yeah, bypassing all the big ones that are sitting there all pissed off that they're sitting on the shelf and not getting ran.
Honestly, dude, the SCX 30 is going to look bad to the bone sitting in the back of one of these other trucks, like it's an RC.
Yeah. I actually did look at those. I think it was this morning early, maybe, or yesterday evening.
They're $100.
And yeah, but I'm just like, I can't bring myself to do it. I just can't. There's nowhere around here to run the things.
The thing is, there's everywhere to run them.
Well, but you know what I'm saying.
I know. I don't. There's no way I'm going to go somewhere on purpose. I don't think to run it, because if I'm going somewhere on purpose, I want to run the big ones.
Well, we can zip tie it down to the back end of the Vertex, take it out to Bonneville.
The little one.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the last thing you want to mess with there.
Right.
I just think it'll look cool riding in the back of a truck. Like, like we take our SCX6s to go run. It's just it's the same. You just don't run it. Like, I mean, really, 4.5-inch wheelbase on these?
Dude, you could put 4 of those in the back of this Vertex.
I think that's the wheelbase.
What?
4.5.
That's crazy.
That may be the total size. I don't know, but sitting in the back of my Ford, it's like perfect. Sitting in the back of the trimmer's truck or the Scout, it looks perfect.
There you go. Just take that garage that you built over there for the SCX6s and start going to town, man. Make yourself some man-made rocks. Dude, don't you wish you still had that little course that you made a while back when you were at the hobby shop? That
was pretty dope.
For the 24s? Dude, that course would have been perfect for that little 30.
I wonder where it is.
Ryan's like, let's go get it.
I made it.
Didn't you put that on like a little folding table or something?
It's on 2 folding tables, so it's 8 foot long.
Dude, see, you could have all kinds of fun with that.
Yeah, people do print these courses out. There's no way I'll do it. I've done man-made 10 scale stuff, and it's like I just get bored of it so fast. You know what's cool about the creeks and the stuff that we do is it's different every time it rains.
Especially Bago.
Bro, you got to come under this 12th Street Bridge just once.
Let's go.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's probably got 16 or 18, 20 inches of snow underneath it right now.
Well, the bridge won't underneath, but it's probably full of water. But in the summer, it's dope. And there'll be a little trickle through there under the bridge, but you can run. It's all weeded and, it's kind of gross, but the creek bed is the trail. And so you've got all kinds of washout and sand and rocks and stuff. My first crawler videos were all filmed at that location. And I worked it out with the TRX4 there and some other stuff.
Is that the creek bed that Kirk and Sean ran?
I think it is, but they were more on the south side of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Off Dragoon, and I was up at 12th and the bridge.
Gotcha.
By the Phillips 66 and the pond.
Yep. So the other place that you could run that little 30, we'd never get rid of the damn snow.
Is your keyboard?
Is right down from you across the street over there.
I think that
There's
might eat it alive.
there's some areas there that I think it'd be challenging for it. I think it'd be a challenge.
It would be, and I don't know if those are. I just don't think of them in the same place as we run our stuff. I just feel like it's so small. This is like for something you make, or I mean, I'm sure they can do outside and people are going to do it. But it's like, man, when you got these sixes and the 10 scale stuff,
Yeah.
bro, the 30 is for inside almost.
Dude, you'll roll that thing over with packing peanuts. Come on.
I just want to see one. That is, I got one because I could, and I'm like, dude, let me check it out.
I know Pete's probably sitting over there going, dude, you have no idea, Kelly, how great they are.
I just
Probably
want.
so.
I'd just like to rock out some bodies, to be honest.
So, like, the mullet truck being 10 scale and my Verdict 6 down here, dude, those two things, I absolutely love getting on rocks and ripping. Absolutely love that 10 scale and that 6 scale.
I'm pumped to take the Coyote out because it's nice having something. The Coyote is my one.
Yeah, that's your comp rig for sure.
It's my only performance thing I got. I'm really pumped to take out the Helamon, to be honest with you. Now that's brushless.
Yeah.
Dude, West Desert Wheelers terrain is so good.
Yes, it is.
Man. And that's what I did with that little course I made. Was in my mind it was mini Moab, because I wasn't going to put trees and stuff on it.
Right. Well, even the terrain out at Proline by the Fire, that just looks fantastic. Just looks fantastic.
I got to figure out Beat the Creek this year.
I don't know if you saw it. Kirk and I, we got hotel rooms. We're going.
When is it?
May 1, 2, and 3. So we booked hotel rooms like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Him and I talked, and I'm like, "Are we going to Axial Fest? Do you want to go to Beat the Creek?" And he's like, "I've always wanted to go to Beat the Creek." So we looked at hotel rooms, and I'm like, if we're gonna do this, we need to get on it, because these rooms are going to either be gone or they're going to be so expensive we just can't do it.
Right.
So Kirk and I are just going to run down there and just do Saturday. I think they're overhyped.
It'll sit in the back of the 6 for sure. Yeah. That's what I think.
Not the best thing ever, but a fun remedy for cabin fever. Yeah. Dude, you know what? A computer keyboard would probably be a good off-road park for that thing.
My desk? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a hobby knife. You gonna make it? All right, watch out for the screwdriver handle.
Yeah. Better close the lid on the box of screws first.
Oh my golly.
I got 2 screw kits sitting here. The little tiny Phillips, and then I bought stainless screws for the Capra kit. So that new base camp build thing is all stainless screws, when everything else I've got is black screws. I mean, so what?
Hey, you know what? Just do it all uniform and you're good to go. Who cares?
You build trailers and don't have a pull behind RV. What the hell? We got Winnebagos.
Hey, man, Winnebagos and trailers. We got it. We got it all. Ryan, you did a video on that when we all went up to the hobby shop one day and crawled around with you.
I turned it into a story.
Yeah.
I tried to make it a story. Yeah, we pulled out with our rigs with the Winnie and then ran. Oh,
rather than you know what? Yeah, I'm not. Here's the thing. The last thing that I want to do, and I grew up camping as a kid and have camped a lot over the years. And, you know, going to something like Beat the Creek or to Axial Fest, there's no way in HELL's hockey sticks that I am going to go camping after being out in the mud, the dirt. No, I shower time for me. Thanks.
You know what? I don't mind it in a way. Like when I've gone to these fly-in events, sometimes there's been rooms, but sometimes it's been sleep in the van, sleep in the car. And it's
That's
it's rough, but it's okay.
but that's fine. But you know, like when we went to Axial Fest 2 years ago, Kirk and Sean and I, dude, it was like 90 degrees. It was high humidity, and you know, you come walking out of the woods looking, you know, just you're sand colored, man. I mean, you've got every ounce of dirt and everything on you, and it's not coming off.
The
And I'm
nice
like,
thing about AMA is you can take a shower right there. If you're going to stay in your car, there's a
right.
shower.
Well, and flying airplanes at a strip, that's cool. You know, I mean, what's the worst you can have? Smoke from a barbecue going on? I'm down with that.
I mean, you can be pretty swampy, you know, just personally, you know.
Just take a box of baby wipes with you.
Hello. But but yeah, man, sometimes it's fun after dark. Like the shows in Alabama, bro, and Muncie, like everybody leaves, and so it's just us hardcore dudes raising a ruckus after, you know, dark.
Yep.
You bust out the bashers or bust out whatever, and or planes with lights and just go crazy.
Yep.
And if you're at a hotel room watching the Curse of Oak Island mystery that they never unveil,
You miss it all.
you're missing it. Yeah. I was
Yeah,
at
no, I
a
get that.
training for work years ago. And so I'm in a hotel and I'm doing these classes every day. And I don't really watch a lot of TV, but I was watching, it was that Oak Island thing. And because I'm not like really used to how TV teases you so much, like every day I'm watching this thinking, all right, the mystery's going to be revealed, you know? And then it's like, man, you're just prepping me for another commercial. And then you're just prepping me to watch again tomorrow. And it's like, you
Yep.
guys are never getting there. And so I'm excited for the first few days. And then the last half of the week, I'm just pissed. But I'm watching it anyway. And I still think that show was on and they still ain't found nothing.
So you're saying go camp in a cargo trailer down by the river, fly your airplanes, bash it up, have a drink with your buddies,
That's it.
and live life. I get it.
And then you don't have to travel and wait to get in. You're just already there. And you're a mess, but you're already there.
Gosh, I don't know how many times being a kid going to Oshkosh every year and camping in the pop-up camper that I still own, that I bought from my parents. And then we would go tent camping at times up there, and you wanted to be on an air mattress because you know what? In Winnebago County up there at Oshkosh, if it rains every year. There's bad storms every year, it seems like. And you wake up and you're floating, dude. You're floating on the mattress, man. It's like, what in the world? I just went from an air mattress to a waterbed overnight.
Every time I've been at Oshkosh, I
So,
lucked out on the access. Like as a kid, you had pilot access and you didn't have to wait, or you had a different gate you went in.
yeah.
And as a vendor, same.
Mm,
So
mm-hmm.
it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Never camped at Oshkosh. We always were at the Holiday Inn at Fond du Lac,
Fond du Lac. Yep.
right next to the Shakey's Pizza. And
Oh, yeah.
and literally, bro, they like military helis were in the parking lot. Like all the pilots would, nobody else was at that hotel except pilots and their families. So every year we just owned that hotel. It was an absolute ball.
Heck
And
yeah.
this is the 80s, dude. They had a hospitality room, which is really two rooms. And you'd go in there as a kid to get snacks and steal soda. But the grown-ups were in there kicking off.
Jeez.
Kicking off. I mean,
Oh,
I can still smell the bourbon and cigars and perfume.
oh yeah. You know, the last time I was up there, Shakey's was still there in Fond du Lac.
Shakey's, bro. That was a rite of passage. Like dude, some of these
The
pilots.
Mojos.
What?
The Mojos.
There was some, a bunch of pilots' kids, there. So there was some like teenager, like high school kids that we all knew each other. We saw each other every year, and our dads knew each other, and they were totally cool. A couple of them had a band, and bro, I thought I was the bee's knees, bro. They'd ask me to go to Shakey's with them, and bro, there's just no rules. I'm in 5th grade or something, 4th grade. I'm going to, at home, I go to a Christian school, private.
Yep.
I haven't seen much. And I go to Wisconsin and get turned out, bro.
That's awesome.
I'm carrying on. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. Yeah, it's nuts.
My dad and I did it for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. We would go and be a part of the work party
There you
that
go.
they do prior to the show,
Yes.
and just go up like 2 or 3 weeks prior to and put all the fencing up, there was so many different work details to do, and we had a blast. I mean, I was like 13, 14, 15 when we did that. And
Yeah.
just had a blast. Sit down, have lunch, or breakfast with Paul Poberezny and Tom, and just like it was just the volunteers that were there for 2 or 3 weeks prior to. It was like a family. It was so like quaint and cool, and we had the whole premise to. We could do anything on the premises and go anywhere and check out anything. We had free access into the museum, and we didn't have to stay. Like, we could go right up and open the door to the airplane and look in it, and it was just a different experience. So if anybody that's here, like I see Brian's talking about wanting to go with his dad, do it. Enjoy that experience, because you can't ever get that back. But to go and do the work detail like 2 or 3 weeks before, they cater to you, they take care of you. It's so fun.
When you get to
So
see
fun.
a lot of stuff coming in too early and in and out.
You know what, the coolest thing about going early and doing that is there's a few airplanes there, but I mean, for the most part, it's just open fields.
Right. And
It's crazy.
you'll never see so many cool planes in one place. I've
I
been
remember
I've been
I
to
remember
other air shows. Nothing is like what they now call AirVenture.
I remember going up there and getting off onto the side road off of 41 that runs right to the front gate. And we're in this traffic, lineup to get into the front gate. I'm in the back seat of my mom and dad's little Toyota Corolla or whatever it was. And like we hear this god awful like roaring sound, and it's like almost like pounding your chest from the road out at the highway. And you look over and it's the Concorde taking off. It's like, how cool is that, Or the SR-71,
I
We
saw.
flew
Yeah, I've
we
seen Concorde there.
we flew back with a buddy of mine and his Baron from there one year, and we left out of Fond du Lac. And the SR, it was one of the last years the SR-71 was at Oshkosh, and they had a problem. They had taken off from Oshkosh, and they were out doing something, and they had a problem, and they were out over Lake Michigan, and they were like right off of our like left wingtip, cruising by, dumping fuel out of the SR-71 so they could turn around and go back and land it. I think they went back. I think it went into Milwaukee because they had a long enough runway for them. But it's like stuff like that you just don't see every day.
Yeah, man.
It's cool.
It is.
I'm geeking out on airplanes, guys. I'm
Bro,
an
I mean,
just like what Ryan is.
Grandpa was in the air show. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
The T6 formations and everything. I mean, he is.
Yep.
It was just cool. And you knew some of the other guys. You know, we knew guys that had P40s and T28s and P51s, and there was a guy we knew had a P38.
Nice.
And he got to like retirement age and decided to get a Grumman Goose instead.
Oh, jeez.
So he traded his P38 for a Grumman Goose so he could basically have a RV instead of a, fighter.
Right. Yeah.
What was it? I think it was Bill Ross was his name. But yeah, and man, we had a buddy had the guys from Elkhart. He had a Razorback P47 that lives in the UK now. It's the one that's got the little demon paint job on it, nose art. It's like a card or a devil face.
The only guy I knew from like our area was Dick Dieter.
Yep, him too. He had T28s.
Yeah, with the
and his
on the
kid,
tail.
Damien was the high school guys that would invite me to Shakey's.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Damien's got a Mooney now, and he's a podiatrist. But he was in a band called the Blanks back then, and they actually played at the hotel or Shakey's one year. But yeah, those guys would let me tag along. And I think it was just because my grandpa was such a rock star, they thought it would trickle down. So they would invite me, and
that's awesome.
Man, it was cool. Yeah, the Dieters, they would meet up with Ray Stutzman, who had the P47 here.
Yep.
Sue Parrish, who her husband started the Kalamazoo Air Zoo. She had the pink P40.
The pink P40. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I heard a story one time. My grandpa, they would kind of posse up and then fly into Oshkosh together. So you can imagine a formation with a P47, T6, T28, and P40, pink one with lipstick.
Yep. I remember the airplane like it was.
It's hanging up over the information desk at Kalamazoo Air Zoo now. But, dude, Grandpa snuck up behind her one day flying and was like making these, like he's shooting her down kind of noises. The comms or whatever. But yeah, I've been up in the air with a couple of those dudes. I've been in formation in the T6 with Mustang and a B-25.
Dude, it's on my bucket list. P-51 Mustang. I want to go for a ride.
It was fantastic.
All I want to do is personally loop and roll a Mustang myself. That's what I want. And I'll do it someday, but not anytime soon. But that's on my bucket list.
I remember my grandpa told me he was going to do a roll with me. I was 8 or 9.
Like,
and he said, and I just expected it to be just a roll.
Right.
And it was a barrel roll.
And
I didn't know what to expect. But anyway, he said, and we couldn't really talk. So he's like, kick the stick if it's, too much. And so we do this barrel roll, which when you're in the seat, man, it's working on you. A lot of different scrunching happening.
Oh yeah.
But it is a barrel, bro. You're just forever coming up the inside one side, and then you're hanging there. It feels like forever. And then coming down slow the other side of the barrel, and then it's sitting your ass in the seat, coming out and leveling off.
Yep.
And it felt like it took forever.
Yep.
And I didn't, like I said, I thought it was just going to be some axial deal. It wasn't. And I kicked the stick, man. I was like, all right, that's cool. That's enough.
I'm done with it.
That's enough. And I regret that now. but I just had no idea what to expect. Like, I know me, like if I were taking my kids up and I was going to do the same thing, I would explain to them a little bit what this is going to feel like and what's going on.
Right.
Because I want them to not be surprised by it, because I don't want them to kick the stick. I want to be able to keep going nuts.
Right.
And he wasn't a guy that communicated a lot. And so, yeah, man, I was definitely really surprised by that. And
you ever actually done a snap roll in an airplane?
no.
I have, many of them. Old buddy of mine at the airport where I learned how to fly, he had a real nice Sukhoi, Russian Sukhoi. And we took that thing up, and I was like, snap roll this thing. He's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. He goes, it's going to shudder a lot. Dude, it is violent to do snap rolls. And it was crazy because we went right straight up, and then he pulled back to about a 30-degree angle, wide open, takes his hands off everything. He's like, check this out. And I'm like, this is cool. I'm looking back at the ground, and we're just up there sitting like this, torque rolling, just torquing around, just hanging out.
That's awesome.
It's like, man, this is just cool. So, yeah, love aerobatics for sure. It's so fun.
I remember stalls in that T6. Man, it was like sitting on a thunderbolt. It just vibrates it. It's something. I mean, even when the landing gear come down, you feel like and it just all of a sudden just all this mess and drag. But yeah, dude, I did the way you emergency land T6 is like basically a descending spiral, a controlled crazy stall, and it's doing it the whole time almost. It's scary, but I was in it for that once.
Yeah.
I didn't have any idea, like I do now know what's going on, where it's like, okay, it's airflow, it's this and that. I had no idea what was happening, so it's kind of scary when you don't know, like, what is that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
If the plane's vibrating and you don't know why, it's a little scary, brother.
The forces that are acting upon it in a weird way.
But when you're a kid, I didn't know what was happening.
Yep.
I didn't know what a stall was till I got into RC. I thought they were talking about the engine. I was like, wait a minute. They're talking about stall all the time, but the engine's always running. What are they talking about? I had no idea. It's like, hello, grown up. Somebody tell me.
Dude,
I have the capacity to understand.
Bro, you take a Cessna 150 and just regular cruise power, about 2250, 2300 RPMs. And you just slowly let go of the stick and just slowly start running the trim tab up and just keep going and keep going and keep going. And then next thing you know, man, you're just sitting there enjoying this.
Yeah, because it'll stall and then recover.
Yeah, and then it comes right back up. And you're sitting there like, yeah, this is good stuff.
It was amazing how when I took about 10 hours of lessons, that's all. But it was like, I studied, I read, I did what I had to for that. And I was like, oh, I had all these epiphanies. I'm like, I see. I get it. I wish somebody told me, because I had no idea what half of that it was.
Yeah. It's a wild ride, man. Get your pilot's license. I encourage anybody to do it. It's fun. It's something that not a lot of people get to experience or enjoy.
Yeah, and like, man, being in the back seat of that T6, dude, nothing flies like those things.
Yeah, man.
Bro, and one thing too that was off-putting as a kid in that plane is it's part of the Experimental Aircraft Association, right? This is all EAA stuff.
Yep.
But I'm a little kid. I don't know that. All I know is I see this word experimental
Metal.
in the
In the
inside,
window.
inside
Yeah.
the cockpit in the
Yep.
back seat. And I'm like, experimental. I mean, don't we want to know this is going to work before we take it up? You know what I mean?
Why is this an experiment?
Experimental. This thing was built in the 40s. They ain't got it figured out yet.
Right?
Like, what is happening?
Why is this thing shuddering?
I had no idea, man. But I remember because you could see the pedals and the stick from my seat. And bro, takeoff and landings.
Oh.
That rudder is working.
Oh yeah.
It is all over the place.
Yep.
He was so good. He was so good, bro. And it was always smooth.
Yeah.
We did touch and goes. I was able to be in that T6 for all kinds of stuff.
It's all skill that you learn over time, And the thing is, like when you fly an airplane enough, like what your grandpa did, if you would have learned that airplane, that T6, and he would taught you how to fly it, and you got your pilot's license and took that on, it's like eventually when you like get in and harness in, that airplane becomes part of you. And then it's like your wings. And you
I
go.
wanted to get there. I know what you mean because it's a stupid analogy, but
You've experienced it.
I've experienced it with other machines.
Yep.
It sounds dumb, but like, at Lowe's in the lumber department where I worked for a long time, those racks go to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
You got big heavies, pallets of shingles, concrete, bunks of lumber, all the stuff from floor to ceiling, and a little tiny aisle to operate it in.
Yep.
I felt like a forklift Barishnikov. Like I could have done ballet with that forklift, bro.
Yep.
And I never got there with the planes with my lessons because I took too long to get my hours. That 10 hours should have been done in a summer. I did it over 2 years. And it's not good. That's not how you want to do it. You want to get it done. And so I knew the potential was there to wear it like you're talking about. And I wanted to own it in that way because I had owned and felt that with other things.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to really feel that kind of confidence and ownership with a plane, but I never got there. I think with the models I maybe did, but you're not in them.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's like the model airplanes or these vehicles. You still have that sensation of feeling them, and being a part of them.
I agree.
When you're coming in to land an airplane, it's like that you got to give it a little bit of power because you're getting really close to that stall, right? You just know. It's weird that you just feel it, and you're not even in it or a part of it other than just here.
When you spend enough time with something, it becomes a language. Yeah. It's a visual message it sends you, and you learn how to receive those cues. Like, as dumb as it sounds, early on with the crawlers, there's things that I remember doing that were not what it should have been. Like when you get in a spot, and now we know how to unload that tension so it doesn't roll over.
Yep.
But when you're new, sometimes you turn in when you should be turning out to unload it.
Yep.
And just little things like that.
I remember that 2 years ago. I went to Kirk's house every weekend, and I'm like, son of a buck. It's like, I just broke an axle. I just broke a steering knuckle. I just broke this. And he's like, dude, you got to learn how to drive these things. And
but
it's
they get
really what it was.
And it depends on the rig you have, too. Like, there's a wider margin for error on some of these.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, you get to where you recognize the tension that's in it.
Yep.
And even if you're not rolling, just turning the wheels the other way will relieve it. And it may be contrary to what you think you want to do, but you need to do this first.
Right, to get rid of the energy.
to settle it down so then you can do what you got to do without
Yep.
rolling it over, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
And I think that would be fun with real off road, as well.
Yep. Oh, for sure.
Because
Yep.
I can see it depends on the rig, again, the margin of error, but you can see the tension on them. And it's like, I remember with that Vertex on those rocks, everything really got worked out. And it's like, and that Vertex is so good at doing it all. And same with stuff like the Coyote and that Warlord and those rigs and your mullet, where you can see what it wants.
Yep. It's telling you what it wants.
It's kind of cool.
All you gotta do is read it. Yep.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I never thought. I still am blown away that I like this as much as I do, because I was completely surprised when I drove my first crawler how fun it was.
It disconnects my mind from my everyday normal stress.
Calgon for dudes, take me away.
Yep.
Is the first thing I thought of first time I drove one. I was like, this is like Calgon for dudes.
Yeah. It is. And it completely disconnects you from everything else that if you had a bad day, it'll disconnect you. I used to go get the airplane out and go fly and do wing overs and, just by myself and just not talk to anybody, not be around anybody for an hour and twist myself into a pretzel and put the airplane in things that I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But I come back and landed and I felt like I had a great day.
It's awesome.
And so the crawling and even, the airplanes are the same way.
The one thing I noticed about, all those videos I made, right? Very rarely was I flying in a way not on camera. And when I'm on camera, I'm talking, I'm trying to convey and kind of be a translator for what I think I see the plane needs and what's happening. But when I would get to fly and not have to talk, bro, I fly so much better. And more, it's actually probably funner to watch. But I'm not worried about keeping it close anymore for the camera. So I'm doing more maneuvers that are a little bit, they're dope, but they're farther away. It'd be hard to film or, whatever. But
yep.
It's fun.
You're not under stress to make sure that the camera captures what you're wanting it to capture.
You just, you don't talk.
You're just enjoying it.
Doing it. Yeah, man. I mean, the talking is always fun too, no doubt. But yeah, dude, there's a difference when you just get to be in it. Folks would make fun of me too, because I'd be standing there. Like there's this joke where kids playing video games would be like moving, even though they don't need to.
Yep.
I stand there with the remote and
bro,
do this, like I'm doing it. I'm like, I put myself in it and I'm doing it the best I can. I used to see Grandpa sit on the couch and do maneuvers.
Yep. Yeah.
And he'd do the same thing, but he'd be in his head and he'd stick and rudder and he's throttle and all. I mean, he's
right.
And he's doing it. And what's happening in a way because his face, the snap and then the recovery, you could kind of tell what was happening. And that was wild, bro. I thought everybody had that kind of experience, Not every kid grows up that way. And I didn't realize till I was much older how neat that was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Two things. Number one, talking about that with what your grandpa was doing, have you ever watched the Blue Angels?
I've seen
sitting around their table together.
No.
And the the boss of that group, the leader, is calling out the things, and
Yes.
they're sitting there with their eyes closed, completely relaxed, finger like hand on the stick and on their throttle, and they're going through the motions together. Dude, it's one of the most everybody in this thread here tonight should go watch on YouTube the Blue Angels do like a dry run sitting in their chairs all together as a group and watch how precise they are with everything. It's absolutely mind-blowing of how those guys can work together in a team like that so
That
precisely.
that's neat. That's neat.
It
And
it gives me chills even talking about it. It's so cool.
there's no margin for error.
None. Yeah,
There
none.
you can't you're going too fast for there to be any errors.
Yep. And if the lead guy goes in the ground, the other ones are going with him because they're not paying attention to where they're going. All they're doing is staying behind him and where they need to be. You know, it reminds me of Tom Poperesny and Charlie Hillard and Gene Susi when they were all together as the Red Devils with the Pitts biplanes. But then they, became the Christian Eagles, and they were my favorite flight group. And it's like, Tom told me personally when they were at South Bend one time for an air show, and I got my picture taken with him, and we were, helping them fuel planes and stuff because of the EAA stuff. And he's like, he told my dad, he's like, yeah, if Charlie goes in the ground, us two are going right with him because we don't pay attention to where we're at. We're watching him because he was the center lead guy. And it's like, yeah, I just, it's so intense. It's like, man, that's just cool. Just so cool.
It is wild. It's something different. It's
Yeah.
and it's why it makes sense. How long have I been in RC before I ever, there's a whole air side. And some of these guys had experience with vehicles and stuff, but we just never, it wasn't coming up because
Yep.
it's such its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
There are so much fewer flyers than car people.
Yep.
And there's a it's harder. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
It takes more audacity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, every plane you look at, especially if you're learning, every plane you see in a shop and you look at the price tag, I mean, until you're good at this, and even when you are,
Shit happens.
you're gambling that dollar amount every time.
Yep.
A car, it's not the same.
It's not.
They're cool. All. They're cool. I'm enjoying them. But yeah, flying is different. It's special.
Yep, it is. It is. Mike Bird, yeah, I've been watching you talk here, man, and love your comments. Yeah, the crawling thing's great. Once in a while, it's nice to get a basher out and beat it up, but all of it's great fun. We have this is a great group. Appreciate Ryan letting me come in every Wednesday night and be a part of this. And I got to tell you, this has been a good conversation. Great group tonight. I am, however, getting extremely hungry.
Yeah, I'm rolling.
I am going to blast off out of here. So, everybody go watch that Blue Angels video of them doing a dry run, sitting in their chairs. It's magical to watch them go through that whole routine, sitting in their chairs with their eyes closed, listening to the leader call out.
Awesome.
And the way that he calls things out, like, oh, and he does all this weird talking like he does when they're in the air. It's so cool. Go watch it. It's cool. That's my 10 cents for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So
thank you, Fred. Thank you, everybody. We're going to see you in the next one. We're out of here in 5. Hanger Rats forever. We'll 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. We'll see you next time. Bye now.
Later.
Boom.